Welcome you all on 70th Independence Day of India.
We'll now be having the flag hoisting by Her Excellency, followed by National Anthem.
उज्जल जगति तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता
Honorable President's address to the nation, followed by remarks by Honorable Ambassador.
Fellow citizens, on the eve of 69th anniversary of our independence, I extend warm greetings to all my brothers and sisters in the country and abroad. As we celebrate our 70th Independence Day, I respectfully bow to the heroes of our independence struggle, known and unknown, who fought, suffered, and sacrificed their lives to win freedom for us. In the end, I would once again invoke the Upanishads as I had invoked in my first address on the eve of Independence Day 4 years ago. For this invocation shall live forever, as will Mother India. May God protect us, may God nourish us, may we work together with vigor and energy, may our studies be brilliant, may there be no hostility amongst us, may there be peace, peace, peace. Jai Hind!
Request Honorable Ambassador to address us all. Madam.
Dear fellow citizens, यहाँ पर आप में से कितनों को हिंदी आती है या the other way around, कितनों को हिंदी समझ में नहीं आती है? Okay, then I will just beg you to excuse me if I say first a few words in Hindi, then I will speak in English. आज एक बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण अवसर है हम सबके लिए मिलके सोचने का कि हम अपने देश को आगे ले जाने में क्या कर सकते हैं, हमारा देश किस तरफ जाना चाहिए और हमारा देश किस तरफ जा रहा है। अभी जो हमने शब्द सुने अपने राष्ट्रपति से, उनमें कई ऐसी भावनाएं थी जो हमें सोचने के लिए डायरेक्शन देती हैं, सोचने के लिए हमारी दिशाएं बताती हैं। उन्होंने हमारी परंपरा की बात की, हमारी मर्यादा की बात की, उन्होंने हमारी सहिष्णुता की बात की, लेकिन इस सब का जो जोड़ निकलेगा वो है हमारी एकता। हम अलग अलग धर्मों के, अलग अलग भाषाओं के, अलग अलग जातियों के होते हुए भी हमें एकजुट होके अपने देश की प्रगति के लिए काम करना है, चाहे हम किसी भी तरह से उसकी तरफ अपना योगदान दे सकें। What the President had to say makes us reflect about what India is and what we can do to make it go in the direction that we all want it to go. He spoke about our traditional values. He spoke about tolerance. He spoke about the diversity. And he spoke about the need for inclusive growth in which each and every Indian should be a part. And what I think on the 70th Independence Day we should do is look inwards, apne taraf jaake, and see, and at this I mean for the children who can understand me and the adults, the older people like me. Look inwards and see in my capacities, in what I am doing, whatever role I am doing, whether I am a housewife, whether I am a teacher in a school, whether I work in an IT company, whatever I am doing, in that work, what can I do to make India a country that the rest of the world looks up to, that the rest of the world can learn from? Our basic values are really permanent values. The basic values that the country has been founded on are values in which there is no negativity. We can proudly boast of the fact that we have never committed aggression against any nation. We can proudly boast of the fact that we have not only celebrated, not only tolerated diversity, we have welcomed diversity, and we have created a fabric of Indianness which is among the richest in the world. Not only are practically all the religions of the world present in India, we are the birthplace of so many religions as well. So it is important that each one of us recognizes the values of the country that we represent and takes them forward. But we are in Sweden, and therefore it is also important that we must try and see what you and I and everybody else in the embassy can do together to strengthen the relations between India and Sweden. Like the President, if I can humbly say, for me also it is my 5th address to the Indian community on the occasion of the Independence Day. I arrived in Sweden on 9th of August 2012. So this is my 5th occasion as well. And in these 5 years, many of you are a witness to the fact that India-Sweden relations have been going steadily upwards. I don't take any credit for that myself. It is a reflection of the fact that the two countries have a lot of complementarities, and the governments in the two countries have become more and more keen to develop the potential of that collaboration. Since we last met with the Indian community on the occasion of the Republic Day in January, the Swedish Prime Minister paid an extremely successful visit. He was accompanied by the largest official and business delegation that he has taken to any country when he went to Mumbai for the Make in India week. He was a guest of honor. He spoke on the inauguration of the function, and he said that, in fact, in Swedish media they made a slight joke of him and they criticized him and they made it seem as if he was made a mistake. But he actually was trying to make an impact when he started by saying, the eyes of the world are on China. And of course, all of us in the audience were a little shocked. Then he went on, that is what people said. And that is what the situation was till a few years back. Today, the whole world is looking to India as an engine of growth. Last year, India has emerged and has maintained the position of being the fastest growing economy, fastest growing large economy in the world. And this has created even more, I would say, even more possibilities and even greater reasons for the two countries to come together. And that is indeed happening. And as I said, the visit of the Swedish Prime Minister was an extremely successful visit. He was accompanied by a very big business delegation. A Swedish-India Business Leaders Roundtable has been established, which includes the absolute who's who of the business community on both sides. From the Indian side, we had a very successful visit of our Minister of Communications and IT, and Sweden and India are going to be working together on the program of Digital India. And another very happy development which we can announce is that next year's Stockholm Cultural Festival will be focusing on India as the theme country. So there are many, many positive developments that we can all be proud of, and we can all look forward to your participation.
This group will take us back in the time when the brave leaders of India fought passionately for the freedom of their beloved and beautiful country. They will also give us a glimpse into India's vibrant culture. A warm welcome to Shrutilaya Indian Music School.
हिंदुस्तान की इस मिट्टी से तिलक करो, ये धरती है बलिदान की। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम। आओ लोगों तुम्हें दिखाए झांकी हिंदुस्तान की, इस मिट्टी से तिलक करो, ये धरती है बलिदान की। वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम।
शांति को उन्नति के प्यार का चमन, इसके वास्ते निसार है मेरा मन मेरा तन, ए वतन ए वतन। छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं, दांत वाले बच्चे, अम्मी लड़नी जाएंगे, सीने पे गोली खाएंगे, मर जाएंगे, मिट जाएंगे, भारत की जान, जय हिंद।
Om is the sound of the universe being created. Om is the sacred symbol of Hinduism. Yoga. Yoga means union, by practicing which you experience unity of mind, body and souls. By performing yoga asanas and chanting Om, the ancient sages of India experienced spiritual truths and prescribed them to mankind.
विनाशाय चतुष्कृता धर्म
fight against the British rule. Thus, India became an independent nation on August 15, 1947.